Each day, United Airlines provides both a unique and important air link between the island of Guam in the Western Pacific and Honolulu, Hawaii. While most of United's Guam hub operations uses narrow-body Boeing 777 aircraft, this is the only route which connects Guam to any point in the US that also happens to use United's flagship aircraft, the Boeing 777-300ER. For those who have never tried this flight, it may seem just like a regular United long-haul flight. After completing it, I'd like to say it's a unique aviation experience of its own. It's for that reason, in this edition of Travels with Flights in Asia, I'll share the experience aboard United's daily direct flight between Guam and Honolulu. Good early morning and half a day from the Guam International Airport. While I have featured this airport on a previous flight report, today will be different. We'll be flying from here to Honolulu, Hawaii on board United Airlines Flight 200, which departs during the morning after sunrise. After around 7 hours and crossing the international dateline, we will arrive before sunset on the previous day. As mentioned in the introduction, this is the only route that United uses a wide-body aircraft to and from Guam. In this case is the Boeing 777-300ER. I've done some videos about United's Guam hub operations, which is far smaller compared to the mainland hubs in the US. For those who are unfamiliar with the United Guam hub, it was inherited from Continental Airlines as a result of the United Continental merger in 2010. From Guam, United uses narrow-body 737s on flights to cities and regions such as Tokyo, Osaka, Manila, and Taipei, along with providing vital air links to nearby islands such as Saipan, Palau, and the Marshall Islands, along with the Federated States of Micronesia. These same Guam-based 737s are also now used to support United's recent intra-Asia flights to and from Tokyo Narita. If you want to see what it's like aboard a Guam-based 737, I have also done a previous flight report on a United flight between Cebu and Tokyo, which I will be linking in the description below. Between Guam and Honolulu, you do have two flight options to travel with United. UA200 and return flight UA201 are the non-stop options. The other option is the longer, more famous island hopper route, which makes stops at 5 islands in between Guam and Honolulu. If you want to see what's like aboard that island hopper flight, there are already great videos from multiple aviation YouTubers featuring it. But back to the direct flights, which don't really get much of attention, though it does provide essential air travel and cargo links to and from Guam and the rest of the US, which I have heard includes the carriage of mail. Along with being less expensive, that's why I decided that the direct Guam-Honolulu service would be featured on a flight report on this channel. Along with being a unique route, I also get to complete another goal, which is to feature one of United's long-haul flights across the Pacific. As for the United 777-300s, you can also find these aircraft on other Trans-Pacific United flights from San Francisco to cities such as Manila, Hong Kong, Shanghai, and Taipei. So let's get back to Guam, and the airport is really not that big, though the United check-in area can be quite busy, especially during the morning. On this day of the flight, United was in the process of upgrading the check-in area at the Guam airport, and already the check-in kiosks were already being used, which you can just walk up to one of them and begin the check-in process. If you have any baggage to drop, you can just drop them off at the manned counters. And following that, you can proceed to the security checks on Guam, which are operated by the U.S. Transportation Security Administration, so those with TSA pre-check will be able to use it. If you have time to spare and before heading up to the security area and the gates, you can also check out some of the artwork and displays featuring aspects of the local Chamorro culture. You'll find that the Guam airport is actually a nice and less stressful airport since there's not much flights during the day. And even more special, there is actually a United Club at the airport, one of just two in the Asia Pacific, west of Hawaii, the other being at Tokyo Narita Airport Terminal 1. Since I was flying in economy class, access to the United Club is not included, though there is also a fee to access it for $60. Inside the small space, there is a small buffet and a beverage bar. Here in Guam and for Flight UA 200, there actually is a unique boarding experience here. While Guam is a U.S. territory, passengers on this flight still have to clear through U.S. Customs and Border Protection at the gate before boarding. Here, you'll need to present your passport and, for those who are not U.S. citizens, documents providing legal status in the U.S. such as your visa. You may be wondering why this is done, so for a simple explanation, it's due to U.S. federal regulations governing this particular flight, which seems to be both a U.S. domestic and international flight at the same time. Because of the Guam CNMI Visa Waiver Program, there is another immigration check at the gate for this flight. Later upon arrival at Honolulu, you'll have to clear through the U.S. Customs. On the return flight from Honolulu, it's more like a U.S. domestic flight, though arriving passengers would have to clear through Guam Customs, regardless if you are staying on Guam or connecting to another flight. After scanning our boarding pass and clearing through the immigration check, the aircraft is actually parked at the gate further down, so you do have to walk through a corridor. Along the way, there is some unique signage leading up to our 8-year-old 777-300ER, which arrived from Honolulu the previous night. Once inside, the aircraft features United's new signature interior with lighting similar to what you'll see on the airline's newer aircraft such as the 787 Dreamliners and the 737 MAX, which, by the way, are coming to Guam next year, along with the Polaris suites in the front. In economy, the seats are laid out in a 343 configuration. Compared to the Guam-based 737s, it feels like a similar seat, but being a wide-body jet, it gives a sense of more room. Upon getting to your seat, a blanket is provided along with a sanitary wipe that is provided by a flight attendant as you board. And in front of you is a large interactive touchscreen. If you need to charge a device, there is a USB charging port under the screen, along with a power outlet below and between the seats. I'll get more into the in-flight entertainment system after takeoff, though in the meantime, a flight attendant will come around to pass around the blue earbuds. Along with the touchscreen, this aircraft also does indicate there is a wireless entertainment system to access content on your device. Overall, this is a great long-haul product by United, and I'm talking about the overall design of the interior, the seat, and the in-flight entertainment system. The Guam airport is not a busy airport, and after pushback, it was a quick taxi and turnaround for takeoff featuring Northern Guam on what would be mostly a smooth flight. So now after the departure, we'll take a look at the entertainment system with the interactive touchscreen. On this aircraft, United offers a big selection of movies and TV shows along with Spotify content. This is one in-flight entertainment system I don't think you'll have any problems finding something to enjoy. In addition, this entertainment system also features an interactive flight map and also connecting flight information. This might be one of the best libraries of content on an in-flight entertainment system. And another cool feature is you can actually watch your content while viewing and toggling the flight information. In addition, there is a wireless entertainment system along with the in-flight internet available for purchase, though I didn't get to try those out. This aircraft is a perfect example of major investments United has made in in-flight technology. And if they can impress you even more, you can actually connect your Bluetooth earphones into the entertainment system. As impressive as that is, I usually prefer wired earphones as the quality of sound I find it to be better on them. This newer in-flight entertainment system is a far better system than what they have on the other older 737s. But with United bringing the 737 MAX to Guam, it's from my understanding that those aircraft will also feature a similar in-flight entertainment system. In my opinion, it's a good move for bringing those aircraft for United on Guam to bring their in-flight experiences, especially on the 737s, in the highly competitive Asia market. After playing with the in-flight entertainment system, it was time for our first meal service, which was a huge breakfast. A full breakfast with scrambled eggs, fried rice, and some Portuguese sausage. I forgot the other meal option, but for those who are familiar, this is a favorite dish both on Guam and Hawaii. This breakfast was served with bamboo utensils, and the portion size was actually very good. It was very filling. The meal goes to show how familiar United is with both the Guam and Hawaii markets. However, this would be the only big meal service or snack that we would be getting on this flight. The second service would come midway during the flight, with a flight attendant offering some snack packs along with a drink. Then the last service was a drink service which came in an hour before landing. I felt there could have been more given during the timing. While arriving at Honolulu by dinner time, there probably could have been a bigger snack service, especially just before landing in Honolulu. Now for the restroom, there's nothing spectacular except for more United sanitary wipes. It was a clear day around Honolulu, which made for a beautiful sunset landing at the Honolulu airport. A perfect ending to what was, for the most part, a mixed bag of a flight. A lot of great, but some things that I thought could be improved. One of the things that I think could be improved is not necessarily on the flight, but after arrival. Before departing Guam, we cleared immigration, but after arrival at Honolulu, you still have to clear customs before exiting. And this is where the challenge comes in for those connecting on another United flight at Honolulu who have to claim their bags, take them upstairs, recheck them, and clear through TSA again before going to their connecting gate. Well, I was done for the day and heading up to the rideshare pickup area at the airport. I encountered some of my fellow passengers taking the elevator to get to their connecting flight. I did have a chat with some of them, and they clearly recognized it was a bottleneck. While inconvenient and frustrating, United is simply adhering to the US regulations that deal with this flight, something that the US officials, the Honolulu airport, and United need to work around. If this was my first flight with United, I would say they would have made a great first impression. The 777-300ER offers a great in-flight interior and seat. Though I think the big issue is for those bound for US mainland connecting flights from Honolulu. As for the meal services, I think I could have welcomed a bigger snack service, especially before landing, but I'm overall grateful and I would really commend that big breakfast, which was a very local touch of the islands. But I think the real big issue, especially for those, is not actually in-flight or after, but actually booking travel from Guam and Saipan to Hawaii or the US. Most passengers wouldn't mind the processes if it wasn't that costly. And with United being the only airline offering direct flights between Guam and Honolulu, the ticket prices can be costly. A quick check for round-trip tickets from Guam to Honolulu can go in excess of $1,500. Sometimes it could be more. You can actually go online on United's website and find fares that are cheaper departing from Manila, including the inbound Manila-Guam flight connecting onto Honolulu. Very likely, if you're flying between Asia and North America, you probably won't need to take this flight, and it's probably more convenient to take a one-stop connection, say in Tokyo or Seoul, unless your travel plans include stopping by in Guam or Hawaii, or you're just adventurous. Sure, there are some flaws with this flight experience, though along with the island hopper route, this is another unique experience of United in the Pacific. It's a flight where you start your day saying half a day, and by the end of it, aloha. What are your thoughts on this United flight from Guam to Honolulu? I definitely would love to hear your thoughts, though. In the meantime, this has been another edition of Travels with Flights in Asia. Thank you for watching and have a great day.
Aloha, welcome to Honolulu. With local time at 9 minutes after 6 p.m., we cross International Daylight and it is again Sunday, September 21st. Please stay comfortably seated until the seatbelt sign has been turned off. You may continue to use the charger phones and tablets, however, if you're seated in an exit row, please do not plug your devices into the outlet. Don't forget to check your seat back pockets and the area around your seat to make sure you have all of your belongings. And be careful when opening the overhead compartments, items we have shipped during our landing. Once you retrieve your items from the overhead compartment, please leave those compartments open. We will be doing a security check after everyone disembarks the aircraft. If you have a connecting flight, you can use the United app to